If your ex broke up with you and you want him back, then I'm going to tell you how you can do this. I'm Sarika Jane, love and relationship coach for women seeking healthy, lasting love, women who are powerful yet have growth-oriented mindsets. Okay, so today I want to share with you the secrets to getting your ex back. Okay, so first of all, if he's broken up with you, then what you need to do is apply the no contact rule. Okay, so for at least 30 days, do not contact him. Okay, do your best. Find an accountability buddy, a friend you can phone, and just make that commitment to yourself, to him. Okay. The second thing you want to do is to begin to really love yourself. Okay, so the last thing you need to do is criticize yourself, beg him to come back, blame yourself, all of that. Just let that go, okay? Because when you lose someone, when someone breaks up with you, it is very, very painful to your heart. There's a part of your brain that gets impacted. Your whole nervous system gets impacted. It can bring up old traumas, right? I mean, being abandoned, being isolated, is painful, right? So you need to love yourself, okay? Take the time to soothe yourself, practice deep breathing, practice self-love, okay? I share these techniques in my book, The 90-Day Soulmate Plan, okay? Because the reason that he broke up with you, I mean, there could be several reasons, but one of the main reasons is that he is a mirror to you, and he is reflecting a part of you that you might not really know, right? Like, you might be not loving yourself fully. If you don't love yourself, then how can someone else really love you, right? So the way the world begins to mirror back love to you, so there's a principle, right? The world is your mirror. Your subconscious creates your reality. On some subconscious level, you are sending him signals that he wasn't right for you, okay? So you need to start rewiring yourself, loving yourself, training the world to love you, raising your vibration, okay? This isn't just woo-woo concepts. It's about claiming your inner radiance in this process, okay? Follow a self-love process that I've laid out in my book, The 90-Day Soulmate Plan, okay? The way you love yourself is the way the world's gonna love you. And when you really, really love yourself, you will see changes. I mean, your impact, your magnetism, your radiance can be felt by the people around you, okay? So in this period, do not drink a lot, do not smoke, do not, do other addictive things, watch Netflix, don't go back into dating, don't try to get revenge on him. Just try to turn inward and practice self-love, self-acceptance, self-approval, and different things, okay? The second thing you need to do is to process your grief, okay? There's a 5-step process to catharsis, and those steps are: first, you're going to be in denial, okay? Second, you're going to get angry, and you're going to bargain. You're going to try to bargain with him. It's called anger and bargaining, okay? The third is you're going to feel sad and depressed, and you're going to then feel lonely, and then at some point you'll reach acceptance, okay? So when you reach that place of acceptance is when new things, new possibilities can occur in your life. And if you don't process these emotions, then they get stuck in your body, okay? And it's almost like you have unhealed trauma. Your inner child is traumatized, okay? It might bring up old memories that you might not even know about. Usually things happen in our lives for a reason, right? Someone breaks up with you because there's something you need to learn. And so this is your opportunity to heal and to learn, okay? So I lay out a process called self-empathy in my book, the 90-Day Soulmate Plan. It's a process, it's a tool and technique that I learned from nonviolent communication that I highly recommend. And here's what I find. In my research that I've done, 67% of women have not healed from a past relationship. Okay, I call it not closing your X files. It's a term that I've created. Okay, and so when your X files aren't closed, then you create the same pattern over and over in your life. The emotional patterning, the emotions get stuck in your body, and emotions are energy in motion. So basically you have an energetic block in your body because you haven't fully processed the pain from the breakup. Okay, and this is true with anything. If you lose someone to death, or anything else, friends that leave you, or siblings, or parents, or anything, it can lead to some sort of loss, which you need to heal from. You need to practice the 5 steps of catharsis. Okay, I've given many tools on how to do this in my book, The 90-Day Soulmate Plan. There's other resources out there. The third step is to cut cords with your ex. Okay, now I know you might want him back, but what kept you guys together was likely an unhealthy pattern, an unhealthy codependent dynamic. Okay, and what you really want is to have a healthy, loving connection with a man that's not based on some old trauma pattern from your childhood. A lot of times, or that is the reason why we call in certain partners in our lives, because they represent some unhealed trauma for us. Okay, and so you want to cut cords with him and let him go. Okay, there's that phrase, right? Like, when you let a bird go, then the bird is free to fly back to you. And that's the same with relationships. No one should be forced to be in a relationship with you. They get to choose to be in a relationship with you. And when you cut those cords, those energetic cords that are hooking him onto you, or you onto him, then you're setting him free, and you're setting yourself free. Okay, and you actually begin to feel peace inside. Okay, in my book, The 90-Day Soulmate Plan, I talk about a step-by-step process for A, grounding in self-love, and B, for closing your X files. Okay, this is a real opportunity for you to break free of your patterns from your past. Like, I really believe that a breakup holds all the tools you need to heal your heart from your past, from all your past relationships, from your childhood trauma, everything. Everything's presented to you in this gift of a breakup. I know it's hard to imagine, but this is showing up in your life for a reason, that you are now capable of handling this, of transforming this, turning the lead to gold. Okay, and learning what you needed to, like a life lesson, a karmic lesson, so that you don't repeat it over and over. Okay, and so when you do these 3 things, practicing, like, first of all, doing the 30 days of no contact or longer, and then practicing self-love, and then closing your X files. Okay, you will begin to see a shift in your life. Okay, and also, I mentioned the catharsis process. The catharsis process is part of closing your X files. It's about processing the emotions that are stuck in your body, or that you're going through during this grieving process of losing this relationship. Okay, when you've fully grieved and let go of the relationship, then something new can emerge. Okay, and when you've enveloped yourself, when you've bathed yourself in self-love, okay, then you are beginning to open up to new possibilities, and you become magnetic to healthy love. Okay, so this is when you're free inside, you'll notice that your ex might actually reach out to you on his own. And you might have actually reached that point where you're like, wow, maybe I don't need him anymore. Or maybe I want to see if we can talk about things, and maybe, and there are certain ways to reach out to him again. Okay. In a kind of, enigmatic kind of way, non-attached kind of way, detached. And so when you are in that place of just presence and pleasure and play, and you reach out to your ex, then you can actually get to see if he is right for you. Go out on another date with him if that's in alignment. You'll see that his behavior towards you would have changed. And you'll also have the clarity on whether he is right for you. I will say 8 times out of 10, a guy isn't right for you. Okay. He was there to wake you up. But there are cases where an ex is right for you and will begin to show up for you. Okay, more and more, and you will show up for him more and more. And this is when you get a chance to consciously create a healthy relationship with this partner. Okay, you can learn communication skills, you can understand men's psychology, you can understand your own psychology, you can learn what it takes to create chemistry between the masculine and the feminine. All of these are relationship principles that I talk about in my book, The 90-Day Soulmate Plan. Okay, because you need these relationship skills to build this foundation, this loving, healthy, flirty, foundation filled with connection and communication, which is really what you want. You want partnership, love, empathy, communication, and those are all things that can be created when you consciously approach your relationship this time around. Okay. So I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that it, activates something in you, that there is a reason why this breakup happened, and this is your chance to reclaim your power, to step into your feminine power. This is a feminine power, to use this as a life lesson and to heal through it and become the version of the woman that you were meant to be, and determine if this relationship is right for you in the first place. You get to consciously choose to be in this relationship with this special person. And you'll be surprised. If he's not the right person, then someone else wonderful will come along. And that was my story. That's how I met my current husband. I started on a journey of healing from a broken engagement. And I did exactly these steps that I was telling you about. I worked with a healer, a coach, to guide me through those process. And it was really helpful to have someone guiding me, because she held me when I was crying, because it is painful. It is lonely to go through a healing process, a transformation process. And I'm so grateful to her. And it's the kind of healing space that I hold for women who want to go through this too. Okay. And in that process, I learned that my ex wasn't right for me, that he was indeed brought into my life for a reason, and we separated for a reason. And 90 days after that broken engagement, I kid you not, I met my husband. And he was he's more than I could have ever even imagined, a better possibility, because I became the woman that I needed to be in order to be with this man. And because I went through that breakup and that relationship and all the past relationships where I was broken up with, I was a magnet for heartbreak. This time, by following this process, I became a magnet for love. Okay, I activated my divine feminine in this process. Okay, that was another thing that I learned, was that I was operating in my masculine rather than my feminine. And this time I began to approach dating from a more empowered feminine space. And that's when my husband fell in love with me. That's when I met him. And so 90 days later, and that's the story that I share in the 90-Day Soulmate Plan. Okay, so if this inspires you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you've gone through something similar, I'd love to hear. And please share this video with someone who you think might need this. Okay, you got this. You can attract the healthy, loving relationship you deserve, and it's with your ex. You can do this. I believe in you. Take care.